Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and I have a new knife here. This is the new Megaron Curix. And yes, I'm absolutely loving it. I recently put a nice fresh edge on it, so we're going to be testing out their M390 again. I've tested it out once before, I believe. Yes, I did on the Pagos. Here's the new knife. This knife, though, yes, I'm testing it out and, seeing, because, only having the company steal a couple times, it's nice to test it on a couple different knives and everything else. Awesome knife, though. You can find these at Knife Center, White Mountain Knives, I believe. And I don't think they're in Blade HQ yet, but you can get these. There's two different options. This is the new Finch. Oh man, I'll put up a thing. So I contacted Finch. And I actually requested this. I love that they put a Band-Aid in there. Ooh, I didn't know which one was coming. I was hoping it was going to be either this one or the bone, because this comes in three different options. You got the micarta, the bone, and the wood. And I really like the bone and the micarta version. So let's check this baby out. Now, I appreciate it from Finch. We were on a podcast together, Knife Junkie Podcast, and I've checked out a bunch of their knives. I think they do amazing work, and I'm really grateful that that they sent this to me, because I've been wanting to get more of the Finch knives, or get them as they come out, because they're really nice. First flip, just like all the rest of them. All right, let's fill this drop. It's really cold right now. I just came in from outside, so oh yeah, it's gonna break in really nice. I can already feel it because it's cold, and that's just how it goes. After I flip it a couple times, this thing's gonna be extremely smooth. Reverse flick, not a problem. I love this thing. This is awesome. The thing with Finch knives, and it's incredible how good their flipping action is. When I first flipped one, because I remember watching them on a bunch of other channels, and people were like, man, this thing flips really good. And I just listened to them, but I didn't know how good it really was. I just heard them say it. But then after getting one in hand, it was like, wow, man, this thing is like surprisingly good. And then this one has the fuller, or the nail nick, where you can just open it up like that, but it also gives you a little place to reverse flick, and I really like that. The flipper tab is not too big, so you can go behind it if you do want a little bit of a blade guard, but you can go right over the top of it. I really like this blade shape. This is, oh man, this thing has really good geometry. This is going to cut really, really good. Let me wipe this blade a little bit. Yeah, I can tell this is going to cut very, very well. Looks like a hand satin finish, because it's going back and forth this way. Very nice. Oh, man. We got 154 cm. And then I like how the satin finish goes this way on the bolsters and on the blade. Titanium milled pocket clip. We have the shield that does glow if you light it up. Yeah, give this thing a little bit. This thing will be very drop shutty. All their knives, pretty much, that I've tried were very smooth on the drop. Man, it's such a good detent. And I like that they're bolster locks, because I like a good bolster lock. I love that they give you good access to that lock bar. Very, very smooth. Tiny, tiny hint of lock stick, but that will go away. I can tell this is kind of the little tiny bit of stick that'll go away within the next few minutes. We have 3 lines here. I guess it does give you a little bit of grip. I'm not sure if that's what it's for. Maybe it's just for show. Let's try it left-handed. Left-handed, I can easily get it. Very nice. Listen to that detent. Micarta. Come on, focus. It has a nice even pattern, which I really like to see with my micarta. Very nice pattern. It is more of the denser stuff. So even though it will age in patina over time, it's not going to go fast. This is the slower aging stuff. Some stuff ages very fast. Some stuff ages slower. And you can tell this is more polished. So it is going to age a little bit slower than, say, the fluffy stuff. This is steel bolsters, by the way, not titanium. The choil, I mean, I would prefer a deeper choil just because I'm a sharpener. So I tend to look at, you know, future. And I can, you know, I can see that when I sharpen it, I'm going to be hitting this plunge very quickly. And this, you can see the plunge actually tapers down to the edge. So it's almost impossible to sharpen it without getting a little bit of a smile right there. Especially if I go to lay back the angle at all. Feels like a decent edge out of the box. Not the most aggressive. It is a little slick, but it's still, you know, pretty sharp. Pretty even sharpening bevel too. So most likely the grind is very even from one side to the other. Love seeing that. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm gonna definitely be carrying this one quite a bit in my my EDC organizer that I carry on my belt, because this is like the perfect size knife for that. For the belt. So I could carry like a full size large knife in the pocket and then have this for, you know, whatever, for just, you know, like the light duty stuff, this stuff, so that I don't have to break out my full size knife for. I can just easily open things up. Excuse me. And this blade shape is perfect for opening things up. Let's actually test it out. So, like, if this was, you know, if I just got it, this blade shape, you see right there, bam, it's just so perfect for getting right into something. And I, you know, also because of, even though it's a, you know, not a huge handle, I can still get a full 4-finger grip. And if I take advantage of this choil area, which doesn't take away from the comfort, I can get a lot of leverage into a cut very, very easily without a problem. So that's going to be very, very nice. Even if I had to do like a push cut. And I kind of like how it goes from smaller here or shorter here to big and broad right there. Like, that's pretty cool. Sharpening it, you know, we'll see. I don't think I'll have a problem sharpening it, but it's it is a kind of blade shape where, let me see. Like if this was my stone, yeah, I could easily do that. I don't think I'll have any issues with that. You know, being nice and tight right here with everything, you know, because we have the flipper tab right there, we have the plunge grind, and the blade gets nice and, you know, short right there. The grind back here compared to here, obviously, well, maybe it's not obvious, but up here is going to be a far more slicier than back here. But it's still nice and thin right here. So it seems like it's going to be a good cutter, a good slicer. We do have T6s right there. T6s, a T8 pivot, it looks like. Man, I'd love to see them do one of these in a titanium model. Let's not lock up. Internal stop pins, which I should have mentioned already. Internal stop pins, very cool. Internal stop pins and bearings. I do like this reverse flick because I get like a good purchase, like just with my thumb right here over the top of this bolster, and hook the clip, and then use my nail right in that nail neck like that, and flick very, very easily. Yep, I'm happy with it. Finch, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys sending this to me, because we got some really awesome videos coming up, and I think this is going to be an awesome knife for a couple of them. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.